Hey guys, Torsar the Barbarian here with another sports talk video. I'm making this video this morning because I got to say something about a take I just saw on First Things First. It features, I don't know if all you guys know who Nick Wright is, kind of controversial sometimes. I think a lot of the times it's just because he says something about a team that their fan base doesn't like. It's probably an honest, hard truth, which, a lot of people don't like to hear that sort of stuff. There's always going to be buck back. I'm not saying all his takes are right or everything, and you don't always have to be completely objective when it's your own show. I mean, if you watch Undisputed and Skip Bayless, he admits to being a Cowboys fan. He admits he's not he's subjective about it, and you kind of feel bad for the guy sometimes because you just know what the Cowboys are gonna do. The guy thinks they're gonna win the NFC East, and it's like, come on, man. They might even win the NFC East, but what are they gonna do? They gonna do anything in the playoffs? No, it's the freaking Cowboys. They've been the Lions and the Jets for the last freaking 25 years. They've been no better. But Nick Wright, man, he sits there and a lot of the times, he does have objective takes and he notices stuff that other people don't. But I'm just starting to think he has like a grudge against the Giants. He cut before the season even started. He's saying how we have the worst quarterback in the division, which I mean, has Daniel Dimes looked like the worst quarterback in the division so far? No, he looks like he can play football. Yeah, he's got a fumbling problem, but you know what? A fumbling problem is fixable. There's a lot of running backs. Like, look at Tiki Barber. He used to have a fumbling problem. He fixed it. What's harder to fix is an accuracy problem. That's why what Josh Allen did from 2 years ago to last year was so amazing because usually guys that are throwing in the 50% percentile of completion percentage, they don't usually fix that and go into the high 60s or into the 70s or even from the low 60s. Usually, they might make a little bit of an improvement. But to say he's the worst quarterback in the division, to say the Giants are the worst team in the division, when I haven't really heard anyone else say that before the season started. A lot of people were saying that the Giants actually had a talented roster. And when you just look at the teams that he has above the Giants, he literally has them by themselves at the bottom. And then he has four teams above them: the Jaguars, the Jets, the Lions, and the Texans. Now, I don't know about the Texans. I think there was a lot of controversy because of the Deshaun Watson thing. I'm not sure how bad Tyrod Taylor got hurt, but he is actually the NFL leader in QBR so far this season, and it was by a decent amount. So I don't know about the Texans. They might actually be, I'm not saying they're going to be a good team or even come close to making the playoffs, but I don't think they're as bad as everyone else thinks they are. But I mean, the New York Jets, they're god awful. The Lions, enough said. The Jacksonville Jaguars, I mean, these are teams that are just, the moribund teams in the NFL. And I mean, I'm starting to think the guy, I don't know what the Giants, what his problem are with the Giants is, but I'm just starting to think he has a grudge against them. I mean, yeah, I'm not happy about the 0-2 start. Fifth year in a row with the 0-2 start, and we have a tough schedule this year. We got a kind of a cupcake next week versus the Falcons, or this week coming up versus the Falcons. We'll see if we can pad our stats, our offensive stats, like the Eagles had got to do. But just like last year, man, I mean, yeah, we seem down and out, but in the NFC East, I think everyone's going to be in it all the way till the end. And that's just the way it's going to be in the NFC East. There's not going to be a team who just like has this insurmountable lead. It's not going to be like the AFC East of old when it was like, the Patriots before the season even started, because the other three teams are just like usually non-competitive. I just don't see how you can look at their team all the offensive weapons they have, the decent quarterback play, the decent to good quarterback play that they've been getting. Yes, their defense hasn't looked too great this season. Actually, their defense has been god awful, which that's kind of surprising since that was like supposed to be their strength and they were actually looking pretty good last year. Hopefully they can get it together. That's often what happens with NFL teams. If there's going to be any aspect of an NFL team that's going to not be good and then consistently get better as the season goes on, or even be decent and then consistently get better as the season goes on, it's going to be the defensive side of the football. You look at the Tampa Bay Bucks last year, that's what they did. Their defense was not too great. If you went back enough, I remember back in the day, that first Indianapolis Colts with Peyton Manning, that first year they won the Super Bowl. They were never known for having good defenses. Their defense wasn't great that year all year long, but then in the playoffs they started playing better. The Chiefs did it 2 years ago. You know, their defense started playing better. And you can even have a really good defense, and then these guys ramp it up even better for the playoffs. You know, that's just the way defenses are. So I'm not going to worry about the defense. I'd much rather see the offense kind of rolling along. You get sick of watching under 30-point games year after year after year. I mean, the amount of under 30-point games we've had is just, you know, it sucks. So to call us the worst team in the NFL, though, and have us on the tier all by themselves, that just tells me the guy, I don't know why, he has some sort of grudge. He has something against New York. I don't know if he ever like had some interaction with the Maras, or had a chance to like get a job in New York and was turned down, or I don't know. I just don't get what his issue is. He obviously has some issue with the Giants. You don't have to have them as a contender. You don't have to have them as, you can even think they are the worst team in the NFC East. You know, whatever you want to think, to tell me that they're the worst team in football all by themselves, I mean, that's just insane. You know, like I said, at the end of the year, they might finish. You know, it is what it is. They might finish last in the NFC East. You know, but I highly doubt they're going to have the worst record in football and be looked at as the worst team in football at the end of the year. And that's just like, the guy's just got a grudge against them, plain and simple. But what do you guys think? Let me know. Drop a like, drop a sub if you liked the topic today. It's kind of a slow day. You know, it's a Wednesday. Hopefully I have more to talk about tomorrow. The choices were slim today, so I didn't want to talk about, you know, the Cowboys running back situation, or, you know, any of that other stuff that's in the news today as far as sports goes. So this was something that just caught my eye early on, and I was like, no effing way are the Giants the worst team in the National Football League. And that will not be proven true by the end of the year. But we'll see. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.